This is the World War II memorial outside the high school in the town where I live. It is dedicated to the 101 young men and women who attended this high school and perished during World War II. They were not alone. Approximately 23 million soldiers on all sides of the conflict died in World War II. But even those were not the majority of the deaths in that war. The majority of the deaths occurred among the 50 million civilians who also perished. They were women, children, the young, the old. Some were murdered, some were caught in the crossfire, others were blown up by bombs and starved to death, or died of the diseases that inevitably accompany war. Of these 101 young men and women, I suspect many died before their 21st birthdays. I imagine some of them suffered terribly before they died, because that is what happens in war. Not only were their young lives cut short, but I imagine their families suffered horribly as well. Both of my children went to this school, and if they had been born 60 years earlier, their names could have very well ended up on this memorial. And yet, despite the horrible devastation and misery caused by wars, the world continues to engage in them. Since World War II, an additional 12 million people have died in conflicts. Once again, the vast majority of them were civilians. One of the reasons I wrote The Price of Duty is because in our country, many young people grow up equating war with glory, heroism, entertainment, and excitement. Among the top 10 most popular video games of all time are the military games Halo, Call of Duty, and Counter-Strike. Currently, the most popular game is Fortnite, which is like other war games, only more fun. Military recruitment ads on television constantly emphasize teamwork, honor, and pride. You won't find any ads featuring a soldier who has had both legs blown off below the knees because of a landmine. Nor will you find ads featuring the forever day of devastated families of a soldier who has died in war. Nor will those ads feature the children who died. In 2017, in Syria alone, more than 2,000 children died as a result of war. I wrote this book because I believe that young people who join the military today should have a realistic understanding of what they're getting themselves into. War is not entertainment. It is not fun. It is not exciting. At this moment, more than a dozen wars of various sizes are being fought on 5 continents. The United States is directly involved in at least 7 of them. Like most people, I wish we could live in a world without war, but that does not appear to be a realistic hope. As long as there are tyrants like Hitler, as long as there are ideologues like Osama bin Laden, as long as there is hate and bias and greed among people, there will always be wars. And as long as wars continue, the young people who enlist in the military will continue to die in them. It is my hope that, if they read The Price of Duty, they will at least have an idea of what they might be getting themselves into before they enlist.